Okay, well, apparently I'm a complete fucking idiot. I was just checking out my microphone settings, and lo and behold, here I realized that it actually has a volume control on it. I don't know how I've managed to miss that over the course of the last 20 videos. So hopefully, I'm going to have that sound problem fixed. Give or take, I guess. Anyway, I believe we left off on page 46. Somewhere around middle of the page. So I have 20 minutes before work. Let's take care of a few pages. Hey! Pistol yells from above. Which one of you boys is called Daddy? He pounds the handrail to get the party's attention. Jacob looks up. That's me. Great! Pistol yells down. Big stuff! Give me a hand, he calls to Lastrity. The tall man smiles and nods, recognizing the child is with Pistol. Ashley, I'm going to wrap my whip around your hands and lower you down. Pistol kneels. That man is a friend of mine. He's going to catch you. Then I'll jump. Ashley smiles and nods her head. Pistol slowly lowers Ashley to the ground, as far as he can anyway, until he runs out of slack. Then drops her into Lastrity's waiting arms. Suddenly, with no sign of warning, the swarm of flesh-eaters returns, doubled in number. These ones are twice as aggressive as before. Pistol's eyes go wide as he mumbles, "Oh, shit." He then dashes off to the other end of the catwalk in search of a way down. The beasts leap at Elle, but the bald man slugs it. Then it crunches as Lashley slashes it with his gunblade. Larry and Snake stand side by side, flashing their own blades. Follow me, bro, Snake instructs, and they begin moving, clearing an escape route with merciless aim and skill. Jacob holds out his shotgun cross and begins to sidestep towards Ashley and Lastrity. The beasts thin out, letting him pass. One brazen monster charges, ignoring the pain that staring at the cross induces. Jacob pulls back his weapon, draws the knife, and strikes a deadly blow across the monster's torso. The cross is now broken, though half a dozen monsters rush simultaneously. Jacob shouts a battle cry as he lets a raging halo of slugs fill the air and then starts furiously slashing his way through the hellspawn. But Jacob seems to weaken, and suddenly he stops in mid-swing and drops his blade. He moans as he grabs at his chest. Time seems to stop as both the beast and men look to see what has happened. The last of his strength nearly gone, Jacob's eyes close as he falls to his knees. Lance! Snake yells. He turns around and recommences combat by unloading the rest of his clip into one of the beast facing Jacob. Elle glances over as swinging around a monster to break it about. On your feet, old man, he whispers. It's too early for you to die. Leslie howls as he cuts his way to Jacob. Charlie! Ashley calls. Help us! As he runs to her father, shoving monsters out of her way. Trash runs out at her to stop Ashley from rushing into the mist. Stop! Trash orders. Ashley as it cries, her father falls forward onto one hand. Spooky shoulder rushes two zombies away as he shelters the girls. Pistol watches the chaos below. Fuck, he thinks aloud, finding no easy route down to the ground. Tally-ho! He yells, gallantly leaping from the catwalk to Jacob's aid, playing the role of Ashley's white knight. He lands on two monsters, seemingly crushing them. Elle points to Jacob and commands, "Pick him up." On cue, she tosses Ashley and Jacob onto his back. "Fall back, double time," Elle orders, waving his unit onwards to safety. The group, now 9 strong, fights their way past the waves of the dead. Pistol collects his whip and takes up the rear as they head towards Sanctuary in the storeroom. What a terrible night to have a curse, Pistol thinks as they're running. Battles have already been tiring and plentiful, and the night has barely begun. 6 minutes, not bad time, actually. Yeah, I'm going to continue on to the next chapter. Chapter 5, Awakening, begins on page 49. Where the hell am I? I rub my face. I'm lying face down in the dirt. I climb to my feet and notice that my clothes have changed. I'm in a sports coat and slacks. The stuff isn't mine. I look at my watch. It's September the 11th, 2001. I've been out for 7 days. This makes no sense. I feel my face. I must have just shaved. My gut hurts. So I think I haven't eaten lately. Come to think of it, my arm hurts too. I strip out of my coat. My arm has a bandage wrapped around it. I tear it off to reveal a tattoo. A letter, W. There's a fresh scab on my neck and a briefcase at my feet. I open the case and see a gun inside. A 30-06, I think. My brother knew more about guns than I do. But I know how to fire it, at least. Looks like a bolt action. There's a map also. There are all sorts of scribbles on it. Red lines, circles, spots, X's, addresses. Coney Road, UU, 1006, Nauvoo, 5557. Must be in Missouri. There's a stack of photos as well. No one I know. And an envelope. It contains instructions. Kill anyone tainted. It explains, to be brief. I hear a ringing coming from one of my many pockets. I must have 20 of them on this thing. In my inner breast pocket, I find a phone. A picture of a redhead fox dressed in blue jeans and a shirt that reads Fear Factory. The picture's caption reads, "My name is Tail." Across the bottom, Tail across the bottom. She looks sweet. I pick up the phone. Who is this? Blake! Blake! A young, excitable girl's voice comes across the line. It's me, your friendly local operator. I think of my brother. Bullshit. He's dead. Yeah, well, we will too if you fuck this up. I look at my photo as she speaks to me. Is this Tail? I ask. Pay attention. I can't remember you. I can't remember anything. How I got here, what I'm supposed to do. I can't help sounding a bit panicked. I'm flustered. Blake, they poisoned you. It's a neurotoxin produced by my mother's company, Clocko. INT negative 21. I bet your head burns like hell. And you're not going to remember shit for 3 days. But you'll be okay so long as you don't OD. How do you know? I start to get a grip on myself as things are starting to make sense again. But things are still not adding up right. You sprung me from the detention center. What the hell's going on? Blake, you're a member of an exclusive organization known as the Von Richten Watchers Society, an underground union that monitors and polices the actions of plane shifters as well as studies the movements of immortals and the undead. I'm baffled. How would something like that happen to me? Where do you fit into this? I ask. I got beaten within an inch of my life by your buddies, and you decided, like your boss, you wanted a pet freak. The memory is still fuzzy at best, but the subject seems touchy, so I change it. Tail, what is my mission? Right. She must get into this. I think as she goes on. Your GPS shows you're on County Road UU. It is 35 miles to your goal, south by southwest. I look up. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I'm wearing Italian kicks. Not a good combo, Tail. After you arrive, simply go inside and do your voodoo on that place. You know, purify the hell out of it and all. Your ETA is 2,300 hours. Pickup is at 1,300. I've never been good at this techie stuff. How long is that? 14 hours, boss, she explains to me. I hang up the phone and set my feet in motion. The scenery is familiar. I think I walked this road once before. I find that it's not long at all before my coat is wrapped around my waist and my shirt around my head. I guess I should be happy that there isn't sand in my boots. Think, Blake. What's been going on? Miss Wright von Richten, she tranquilized me after I met her monster. But that was not the first time either. I remember that I've drawn on this map. I went on my way to this address hitchhiking when a Jag pulled up next to me. Wright von Richten was in the back seat. She asked me if I was Christopher Blake, and she shot me. When I awoke, I was in her castle being branded. Then I had sex with her. No, that's not what happened at all, is it? Tail. I went to see her in their cell. It was refrigerated, and there was a wall of icy vapor behind the door. She was stripped prior to being thrown in. The bed was made of steel. She had only a hemp blanket. It was amongst the least humane things I had ever seen. The men that imprisoned her were going out of their way to make her as uncomfortable as possible. I had seen the inside of county jails before, and I knew those jailers at least offered heated rooms and a decent bed. I think I'm starting to see things clear. I remember that Tail had looked up to see me observing her. She seemed to be quite the wisecracker. The first thing she said after noticing me was, "If you're here to rape me, believe it or not, you're the first in line. And I'm a virgin, so you don't have to worry about me gumming up your works." Much to my disappointment. I'm not here to rape you. I'm here to get you out, I had to explain. That is, unless you'd like to get raped first. Then what? How did we get out? I don't think we did. I attempted to break the security lock, but something had interrupted me. England? Right? Or what? It's hot as hell out here in the middle of nowhere. I've been struggling for 2, maybe 3 hours to recall what's been happening to me with little progress. Well, if nothing else, it has still given me something to think about, aside from how much pain I'm in right now. Wings. In my dream, Wright von Richten had wings. I've seen demons before, lots of them. Might Wright be the first angel? She did say something about heaven and hell after all. No, that can't be. I hate the road, and I always have. But I have a job to do. I have a promise to keep to my brother, Devon Richton, to Tail. I made each of them a promise. I promised to fight, to protect, and even to kill in their names. The smell of death is still fresh in my mind. I feel as if it's my fault. I know it wasn't my fangs that pierced his chest, but the way it plays out in my memories, it very well could have been. In the end, I guess this is for the best. I have power, and this is the price. I can never have a life like others do. Children, a wife, a job with benefits. They're just not me. I love you, brother. After I'm done here, maybe you can show me the way home. It's starting to get dark right about now. There's still a dozen or more miles to Nauvoo. I wipe the sweat from my face. The temperature is dropping fast. At this rate, I feel like my sweat is going to freeze to my skin. But just now, I see headlights over my shoulder. I might have a ride. Okay, I would say that's about enough. 17 minutes, reading aloud. All right. Thank you very much. I will be continuing on page 53, Chapter 6, Death of a Cleric. Next time.